How you doing? I'm Rebel, welcome back to 7 Days. Today's build has been inspired by a previous base I made. I'm creating a path that forces every single zombie through a tiny walkway. The goal is to slow them down just long enough to take them out before they reach me. And by the end of the video, we're testing it against a Day 70 horde. Will it hold up or fall apart? Let's find out. Because this base is going to be mostly about the pathway that we want the zombies to take, we should probably start there, start building up a pathway. So here's what I had in mind. I have a 12 block high stairway that leads all the way up to a little tiny hole that the zombies are going to be forced to crawl through. I'm not sure if this is going to work, so I got to test it right now. So if I'm standing off to the side and we throw in a couple feral Arlenes, let's see if they make it through the hole. Can't really tell what they're doing. Sounds to me like they're just beating on something over there. And of course, without fail, didn't work. Zombies did not like the hole. They would rather just beat around at the base of the foundation before they even tried to go through that hole. So, let's see if we can put maybe 2 holes. See if that'll be a little bit more enticing for them. All right, let's try this again. Let's get a couple feral Arlenes through. That was a better start. But I just hear them beating away at stuff down there. You know what? Just to make this a little bit easier on the zombies and myself. Why can't I? Oh. Arlene's in the way. Let me give them an actual running pathway. Make it a little bit easier for them and speed up how long it takes them to get to me. There we go. Now they have a full-fledged ramp just to run up. No more jump blocks just because, for whatever reason, they were just beating away at the foundation. So I'm thinking that this might show them that there's a clear path in to get me. Arlene, I could use your assistance. I don't hear him beating away at anything. Hey, Arlene! Thank you for joining me. And you crouch and get stuck and start swiping away at stuff, huh? Arlene does not like the tunnels. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad. I wonder what's gonna happen if I just throw a block in their way. Will they only choose that one tunnel in the bottom? Be okay with that. Again, I hear them running up. And they don't even go in the tunnel. What if I did something like this? Alright, I changed up the entranceway a little bit. I put these narrow ramp pieces on the ceiling just to try to force the zombies down to see if I can get them to push them into the hole as they're running forward. I don't know if it's gonna work or not, but that's what testing's for, right? Alright, Arlene, give me a hand. You gonna get through this little hole now? Much better. Forces them down, and they just kind of float in the hole. And then they start swiping at the base. That's fine. Got him through. Kind of. Almost. Just getting hung up on that last one. Oh! She got confused. You can do it. Keep bouncing. You'll make it. Arlene's crazy. Alright, well I think I found our winner. That little wedge piece that pushes them down worked like a charm. Alright, once again I changed up their pathway. Trying to make it just a little bit better for them. Gave myself a little stance so I can actually see without having to go into God mode or anything like that. Got 2 feral Arlenes coming up. I blocked off their top so they don't see a standing pathway. That's more like it. Thank you, Arlene. You're a huge help. Get you out of the way. Finally made it through. Thank you, Arlene. And what I did to change up their pathway is instead of giving them like a hallway that meets in this little area here, I put the wedge pieces all the way through just to make sure that they're funneled properly. And now that we found something that actually works, let's see if we can have a little fun with them. Now, I could just add my fighting position right here and call it a success, but where's the fun in that? Let's see how confusing we can make it for them. All right, I have no idea if this is gonna work, but there's only one way to find out. Let's ditch our body over here. Hey, Tom. Steve, sorry. Being helpful as always, sir. Natural spawned in zombies are always the best. Right into the crawling position, trying to make it through the hole. Gets stuck a little bit, that's all right. I'm okay with that. Tries to stand up, crawls back down. Perfect. See ya. I'm thinking that what's gonna happen is when the zombies come out this hole, turn around and run, this narrow pathway is gonna force a whole lot of zombies just to spill over off to the side. So it'll actually regulate how many zombies come to us at a single time. But what we could do, what if we threw in a blade trap? If we put a blade trap there, would it stop their pathway? Hey, more naturally spawned in zombies. Sir? No. See, I think that that's gonna cause them to be blocked. I don't think that that's gonna work. Yeah, I think that's gonna completely block their pathway, but let's find out. Is that gonna actually block their pathway? Because they seem to be doing just fine. Coming up, crawling through the hole. Make it out okay. Destroyed. What are they gonna choose to do? They're gonna run around again? That's perfect. Both Arlene's coming up. Going through the hole. Having a little hard time with the hole as usual. Sliced in the face. Down they go. Arlene's stuck, like right in there. I just saw an arm. Oh, there she is. Sliced in the face. Hey, she landed on her feet. She's an acrobat. I also just saw a snake slithering over there. He's gonna make his way up to me, isn't he? Where'd he go? Hey, see him? Stupid snake. What do you got for me, Arlene? This is gonna be too easy if this goes as planned. Or she's just gonna swipe away at nothing. And she's done. I was planning on putting a blade trap on both sides so that, like, when they fall, I could still do that. When they would fall, they would hit the blade trap and fall through it, causing them damage, because I didn't think that this was gonna work. It worked great. All right, so when they're running through, they get here, they start taking damage, and then they kind of ditch off to one of the sides, right? So if I put one on the top here, it's not gonna really do much. Same on that side. Like if I put it right there, that's not really gonna do much. But if I put it here, see how that works. Darn it, I hate it when that happens. Zombie spawned on top of me. Come on down. Or just get diced up. They're eating that snake that I killed earlier. Gross zombies. Let's see if the actual added blade traps do anything whatsoever. They might just... Oh, they did take damage on it. Not that one. That's okay. Can't all be winners. So that kind of worked out a little bit better than intended. I didn't think that this spinning blade, I thought that that was going to block their pathway. I don't like how this pathway here, zombies can stand on it. So if they do get overwhelmed, they can overflow and fall and land on this and then jump back over. Possibly. It's not very likely, but it is possible. Yeah, let's destroy this and then add in the exact same thing, but on a block that is not part of their pathway. The visible pathway. They can't see it as a pathway. All right, and if you're looking for a block that isn't part of their pathway, this just regular standard pole, it's like pole, like it's just called pole, but like it's in the corner of the block. So normally for our pathway, we use the pole side centered. The pole centered also works as their pathway, but this pole, they do not see it as a pathway. For whatever reason, they don't see it as a pathway. I can show you guys an example really quick. All right, so let's say you have their pathway in and your fighting position. Let's see if I can make this jump. I'm not gonna be able to. I have no skill points whatsoever. Hey, I made it. All right, so you have the pole side centered, giving the zombies a path right to you, right? Spawn in some Arlenes. Hello, ladies, how you doing? Excuse me. So, obviously, of course, the zombies are gonna see you. This is a clear pathway for the zombies to take. They run up and just chase you down. But if you have the just standard pole, which is a little bit off to the side, pretty much the exact same block, just in a corner, exact same situation. Get their attention. Not interested. And it's not that they see this as a pathway and fall off of it. They literally just don't see this as a pathway. If I come over to this side, now all of a sudden they start chasing me. They just do not see this block as a pathway. I could stand here all day, and what's gonna happen is they're just gonna beat away at the foundation underneath me and collapse the foundation underneath me, rather than running up the walkway that I gave them and walking across this pole. So that's what we're using on this pole right here, is that pole that they don't see as a pathway. So if they do get up here, when they get up here, they're not gonna see that as a place to jump to. All right, now that all that's out of the way, let's see if we can build this up to something more fun. And oddly enough, that pole that the zombies don't see as a pathway does work as support columns for your base. All right, I think that should about do it. Now with this long pathway, I don't know if the zombies are actually going to take all the way through. We're gonna find out though. Let's set up some zombies here just to throw a test in. Get over in our base. They might actually not like the fact that I have them closed off here, so let's find out. Turn their AI back on. Yeah, see, that's a problem. They all just ran off that ridge, and now they're coming to attack my base. I'm gonna try something here. What if I give them a clear path? That change your minds? Does change your minds. See how easy it is to convince these zombies to do what you want. Running up. Running through the tunnel. Over and around. Getting chopped up. I don't think anybody's gonna make it through there until that blade trap falls. I don't think anybody's making it through. There's no way. All right, I think that kind of concludes the fact that it works. See if we can add in some more traps and have some fun with them. All right, I want to test something out. I never use tripwires. They are effective, but I never really use them. I have a tripwire set up on that door there, so if I... With the tripwire there, it's just gonna drop them all off. I also wanted this to be like an open concept. I'm scared that when the zombies do get here, if the zombies do get here, they'll get here. That they're just gonna have a field day, because that's an open, clear open pathway. But I think with these two traps, I might throw in an electric fence post, but I think with these two traps alone, just the spinning blade trap, which is just gonna take care of the initial horde. That's not lasting the entire horde night for sure. But with the spinning blade trap and this door, I don't think there's gonna be a whole lot of zombies. I think it's just gonna... I'm gonna be completely wrong, and I'm gonna be overwhelmed and lose this one. All right, I think that's it. I kind of wanted an open floor concept a little bit so that I could see everything that's going on. Yeah, paint it, wire it up, and run a horde through it. The relays have to be up top. So let's throw one there. All right, back to the drawing board. So what I was doing, it's actually probably good that that happened because one bird comes in and attacks that one block and I'm done for. But what I was doing is trying to run the electricity. So I was running through and got my generator up. I was gonna run all of these relays over to a switch that's in my bunker so that I can control the spinning blade traps and if that power door opens and closes. But that didn't seem to want to happen, so it's like we gotta rebuild. All right, it's not the same. Doesn't look as good, in my opinion. I like the little wedge blocks that we had to help us go up and down, but for stability reasons, this is how it's gonna have to play out. All right, well, I got it all painted up, looking nice. This one's either gonna go super, super easy or it's gonna be an absolute failure. So first the zombies have to make their way up the ramp and squeeze their way through this little tiny hole. Once they make it out of the hole, they have an opportunity to stand, but it's not gonna be for long, so they're gonna have to crawl again and get hit with the spinning blade trap. Now I know for a fact that that blade trap is not gonna last. That is gonna be the first thing to go on this horde base. Once they make their way past that spinning blade trap, they're gonna have another opportunity to stand. Again, not for long, because they're gonna have to crouch down and make their way through this small pathway. If they can make it this far, I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I have this door set up on a tripwire so that when they pass the trip, they get dumped. I'm hoping that that doesn't hold them up too much, because if it does, that's just gonna be the end of the horde night for me. Once they make it out of there, they have another pathway, 2 more spinning blade traps that they're gonna have to fight through, and then another crawling platform where they're gonna have to get their way to me with an electric fence post in the way. Other than that, there is nothing standing between me and the zombies. A couple spinning blade traps, an electric fence post, a dropping pit, and that's it. Like I said, this is either gonna go horrible or it's gonna be super easy. What do you think? Should we start up the horde night? Set time, day 70, 21:58. Are they just running? They're just running straight over to me, aren't they? No, take the pathway. Nope. All right, I had to beef up my defenses a little bit. For whatever reason, they just did not like that pathway. And understandably, but I'm gonna leave all of the blocks that I had to upgrade to concrete, just that way you could see how much blocks I had to put in there just to get the zombies to follow the pathway. I still don't know if it's gonna work. This is just what I'm hoping. There we go, now they're going up. Good. Totally hit that bird. What was that? 754 zombie kills. How are you hitting me through the wall, bird? Go away. God, you're ugly. Good. We're making their way all the way through the tunnel, getting caught up a little bit in the tunnel. I don't see anybody coming down here to beat on me, my foundation. Perfect. As designed. Thank God. It took a lot of work to get this base to work. Oh, the spinning blade trap is down. It is not spinning anymore. I don't know if that's good or bad. Yeah, they're starting to beat away down here by me. Ah, that's not good. That's not what you want to see. Bird, how did you even get in here? Excuse me. Yeah, they're not going up the pathway at all anymore. I can't have them beating away at my fighting position. That's defeats the purpose of the whole base. Rather than having them go through a tunnel, because that obviously was not something that they enjoyed doing. Is it too narrow for them? I want them to crawl. If I got rid of this block, will they still crawl? Cube 3/4, there is one. I didn't think there was. I don't think I've ever noticed the cube 3/4 before. Come on up. Do you still crawl? You do still crawl. So if I make my way over here, still crawl. And she gets hung up right there. That's what it is. That's the answer. That's your answer right there. The cube 3/4. So if you type in NARR, these first 4 blocks, these wedge narrow tips, if you use these first 3 combined with the cube 3/4, I think that's what's gonna do it. Arlene's, get her attention over here. Don't come this way. Why are you coming this way? There's no way you're beating through all of this foundation. You could probably sit up here the entire Horde night. I'm wondering if this pathway is too long for him. I'm thinking that it might be the door. That was it. It was the door. The door was causing me all that problem. Crawling, crawling, crawling. I have to put a spinning blade trap up. Standing, back to crawling. I have to put something, a different type of trap in this hallway. Could be a spinning blade trap, but back to crawling. Down you go. Obviously out of stamina, that makes sense. Come on. Thank you. Did they cycle through? And just because they made me go through all that extra work, I'm giving them a robotic sledge. Their own fault. All right, I feel a little bit better now that I kind of solved that problem. It doesn't work exactly how I wanted it to. I wanted them in that tube the entire time, and they just got too caught up on it, and I realized that early on. So because I realized that so early on, I decided to stray away from that tube and just go with the crawling style instead. And the other reason why I threw the robotic sledge in there is because I kind of want to see what happens to them when they get hit from the robotic sledge while they're crawling. If it does anything different whatsoever, if it kind of jams them in place or maybe drops them into the actual blocks, I have no idea, but that was the whole point of throwing Robo Sledge in there. All right, let's try this again. Let's go creative mode off, dev mode off. Let's ditch the paintbrush, the dev gun, bring our nail gun back, bring our health kits back. Set time, day 70, 21:58. Welcome to the Crawler Horde Base. Doggo's the first one up on the list, besides birds. And just so you know, 842 zombie kills. That's what we're at right now. Got her. Let's see, they're all just falling off at that first blade trap, which is perfect. It's nice, we got a little conga marching line all just cycling through. It's perfect. It's not gonna, that blade trap's not gonna last long again. You saw it destroyed on the first one, maybe. I might edit it out. I ran this before. The Horde base looking completely different. I had a tunnel up here. I might have edited it all out. If I didn't edit it all out, tell me to shut up. Challenge Survivor Short is complete. I don't think I've ever seen that. So what is that, Y? Survive for a total of 7 real-life hours. Wow. I'm a nerd. That blade trap is almost done. I see it wobbling. Oh, there it goes. Now they just got to destroy the blade trap to make their way to me. And I think once they destroy that blade trap, the rest of these aren't going to stop their pathway. It's literally just going to bird. No birds. Yeah, once they destroy that blade trap, I think they're just going to start making their way to me because those blade traps are only going to damage them. They're not going to stop their pathway. But the blade trap lasted about a half an hour in-game time. Side blade traps are still chopping them up as they fall. Man, they are struggling with that. It's kind of nice. Hour and 9 minutes, hour and 10 minutes into the Horde Night. Haven't had to do a thing. 877 kills now. Let's get a different bunch of zombies in here. You guys are too weak. There we go. They finally made it through that blade trap. Hour and a half into Horde Night. They're getting hung up. Perfect. You're a spider zombie. Oh no, you're a right. Wow. Yeah, that's tearing through them just like I want them to. Perfect. How you doing? Welcome to the actual base. I appreciate you making an appearance. Mo, have a nice fall, buddy. Hey, you're not allowed over here. This is a no zombie zone. Zombie free zone. Go away. Midnight. So it took a while. I've been recording for about 3.5 hours now. But it finally paid off because this Horde base is officially working. No cops, no exploding, no spitting. We're not interested in anything you have to offer me. Hey, how you doing? You made it through. Congratulations. You're not a winner. There you are. Thank you. Mom is always welcome. Bo, how you doing? About to get spit on. No, sir. Down the hill you go. Thank you for your service. I appreciate it. I also appreciate your patience. You can just hang out for me all day long if you want. Because you're blocking everybody else up. It's perfect. I'll just keep taking little pokes at your eyeball, all right? You don't mind, do you? This is one tough zombie. Still didn't go down. Mo. So we made it 3 hours to go into Horde Night. So we made it from 10 until 1 a.m. until a zombie actually got up to me without having to do too much fighting. Now I think it might get a little bit dangerous because zombies have a clear path. It looks like they destroyed, both spinning blade traps. All 3 spinning blade traps. The one that was on the ceiling and the 2 that were on the floor in their pathway are all gone. Well, they're all stopped. One of them's gone and those 2 are stopped. So there's nothing damaging the zombies except for this electric fence post right now and me. Unless they fall off and get hit with a side spinning blade traps, but it's not very likely. I don't think. Robo. And Robo is down too. That's not good. I wonder if I can repair him. Can I repair Robo? Ah, man, he's too far to even pick up. Can't help you, Robo. You're on your own, buddy. Good luck. And the actual goal of what I was trying to do in this video was get them to where their face is just in my face. So I don't have to worry about aiming, I don't have to worry about headshots. I literally just aim down the barrel and that's their head. Sir, you're scary. Those guys are dangerous. I really hope he's down for good. He's not. Now he is. Whew. Let him build up just a little bit. They're about to get some wrath here. Is that a dire wolf that just got torn to shreds? What was that? If you could stop spitting on me, that would be great. No match for the M60. So you guys let me know, would you rather see... Okay, so I built that horde base, the very first iteration of this horde base. I built that up, and I knew it was obviously gonna fail. The second I saw zombies starting to attack the foundation, I knew it was done for. I knew it wasn't gonna work. Would you rather see me play through that and, I guess, fight through the failed horde base? Electric fence post is out. Or would you rather see me change it up, get it to a working condition? It's not good, it's not good, it's not good. Somebody's still alive in here. No. Horde Night's over. Horde Night's over. You can go away now. You can go away now. I beat you. You didn't survive. Birds. Come on, reload, reload. I had enough of you. Go away. So would you rather see me fight through the broken horde base, or would you rather me build it to the point where it is actually workable? And I mean, there's always a chance of me failing horde bases. You guys have seen me die plenty of times with horde bases that I think was, I might die here, with horde bases that I think was gonna work. But would you rather see me fight through the broken horde base, or would you rather see me build it up, get it to a working condition, and then fight through it again? Looks like the zombies did do a number to this building here. Mostly cop spit, I think. Cop and bird spit. All right, they definitely did a number to me. 77 health, I didn't even realize I got that low. If you caught my last horde night, zeros all the way through the magazines. If you caught my last horde night, something happened with OBS in the middle of recording and it completely eliminated all of my stats, got rid of every bit of everything, and I had to cheat my way back up to the game stage. That was actually a lot of zombies. I didn't do the math. I forgot what the number was in my head, but during editing, I'll show you. It's 1,100 zombies. Take a look at the rest of the damage. I'm surprised I didn't break my leg. Shocking. Poor little Robo. Poor little Robo didn't make it. DP, you were helpful, buddy. There you have it. After a few changes, a couple failed designs, and several test runs, this base finally did what I built it to do. It slowed the zombies down just enough, funneled them perfectly, and held up through the entire day 70 horde. It took a while, but I'm seriously proud of how it turned out. But now I'm wondering, what's next? Maybe longer tunnels, deadlier traps, or maybe even a maze? Drop your ideas in the comments of what you want to see me build and test next. Alright, you know the rest of the deal. Like, share, comment, subscribe, notification bell. I'll see you in the next episode. Peace, I'm outta here.